Her sacrifice was invisible, but its impact lasted generations. Have you ever wondered about the quiet strength that builds families, the unseen force that shapes who we become? Today, I want to tell you a story about that very force. It's a story about a mother. There was once a mother who worked tirelessly, without praise, without rest. Her days started before the sun rose and ended long after the moon had claimed the sky. Her hands, though calloused and worn, were the gentlest hands her children had ever known. She was the family's silent engine, the one who made sure everything ran smoothly, even when she herself was running on empty. She skipped meals so her children could eat their fill. A smaller portion for her meant a fuller belly for them, and in her heart, that was a fair trade. When they'd ask, "Mom, aren't you hungry?" she'd just smile and say, "Seeing you eat is enough for me." They didn't understand it then, the depth of that simple statement. They just knew they never went to bed hungry. She hid her tears so they could smile. When bills piled up, when worries gnawed at her, when exhaustion threatened to pull her under, she would find a quiet corner, shed her tears, and then return to them with a bright, reassuring smile. She built a fortress of happiness around them, a place where their biggest concern was a scraped knee or a lost toy, because she carried the weight of the world for them. She believed in them, even when they doubted themselves. When one of her children failed a test and felt like a failure, she would sit with them and say, "This one test doesn't define you. Your effort is what I see, and your effort is magnificent." When another was too shy to try out for the school play, she practiced lines with them for hours, not just to help them memorize, but to build their confidence, one word at a time. Her belief was a constant, unwavering light in the fog of their self-doubt. Her secret wasn't money or status or any grand gesture. It was simpler and far more powerful. It was love, raw and unconditional. It was sacrifice, made quietly and consistently. And it was consistency itself, the daily grind of showing up, of loving, of providing, of believing, day in and day out with no expectation of reward. Years passed. The children grew up. They left the nest, armed with the silent lessons their mother had taught them. They became strong, not just in their careers, but in their character. They became successful, not just by society's standards, but by the measure of their own happiness and fulfillment. And most importantly, they became kind. They learned to share, to care, to put others first, because they had witnessed the ultimate masterclass in compassion every single day of their lives. One day, they came home to visit. They saw their mother, a little older, a little more tired, but with the same loving light in her eyes. And for the first time, they truly saw her. They saw the skipped meals and the lines on her face. They saw the hidden tears in the strength of her smile. They saw the endless hours of work in the comfort of the home she had built. Her legacy wasn't in a will or a trust fund. It was walking and talking and living in the world through them. It was in the way her son helped a stranger on the street, the way her daughter mentored a young colleague, the way they raised their own children with that same unwavering love. Good mothers don't raise perfect children. No child is perfect. They raise resilient ones. They raise children who know how to get back up after they fall, because they always had a soft place to land. They raise children who know how to love fiercely, because they were fiercely loved. This story isn't just about one mother. It's about all the mothers, grandmothers, and mother figures whose sacrifices often go unnoticed, but whose love builds the very foundation of our lives. Their impact is a quiet ripple that turns into a tidal wave of goodness across generations. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you of a mother in your life, take a moment to honor her. And if you feel moved, share your appreciation by typing "mother" in the comments below. Let's fill this space with love for the invisible heroes who shape our world. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that matter.